Do you have any plans for the next academic year? What country are you going to be focusing on there?
Coming academic year, we are going to be focusing on Turkey. And for us at Kennesaw State, this is really a big deal. Every one of the years that we've had has been big deals, but this particular one is a very important one because of the current situation between the United States and Turkey, but also because of the current war in Iraq and how that may affect the entire region.
How do you prepare for these year of programs? For instance, Turkey. Will you go to Turkey?
Yes, in fact, in the coming week, myself and the Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs will be visiting Turkey. But it is not necessarily the visit to Turkey that really prepares us. What prepares us more than anything else is the connection that we build immediately with people from Turkey, with the Turkish diaspora community in the Atlanta area. And in particular, we've been working with the Istanbul Center. And the Istanbul Center is the one that is actually organizing this trip for us so that we can visit Turkey and talk with Turkish officials and non-governmental organizations and other people who might be interested in sponsoring or participating in the Year of Turkey. A good example is we are trying to have an exhibition of some of the famous Turkish artists, contemporary artists, as well as traditional artists. In order to be able to do that, that's a very expensive proposition. But we are counting on the government of Turkey to promote this event, to also support this event. We count the support as the goodwill support, the financial support, but also in-kind support.
When you bring these authors or artists or historians, do the students have an opportunity to interact with them?
Yes, they do. There are two ways in which our students interact with the authors when they come to campus. First way is to take some of these authors to the classrooms. The classes are open to receiving them, and the students were able to ask them questions directly. They were able to interact with the authors. But the second way is through the lecture. When the lecture is given, they are able to hear the lecture, but also afterwards, they have the opportunity to see and to hear the lecture on our website, web pages.
What other responsibilities does the Institute have, and how do they fit into the overall planning for the growth of the university?
The Institute for Global Initiatives was established in order to collaboratively lead our global learning programs. It is the task of every college and every unit on this campus to promote among themselves, among the students, the opportunity to know something about the world in which they will live and the world in which they will work. In fact, one of the things that is very unique about the way we organize international programs at Kennesaw State is that we do not make international the work or the purview of those who are in international affairs alone. We make it the purview of everyone because, in fact, all of us are going to live in a world, are already living in a world that is interconnected and interdependent. Whether you are in the sciences or in the business or in art or in international affairs, we want our students, all of us, to be educated globally and to also be educated interculturally.
Do you consider yourself on the cutting edge of the development of this kind of program, and have any other academic institutions recognized what you've done?
Yes, we are really pleased that when this institute was founded in 2003, that same year, the American Council on Education selected Kennesaw State as one of 8 institutions nationwide for the Global Learning for Engaged Citizenship program. And this is, the focus at Kennesaw State so far. We have national recognition, we have regional recognition, and Kennesaw State is prominent within the state system, within the university system of Georgia, in this kind of work that we've been doing. In fact, we are working very closely with the university system of Georgia's Office of International Education to bring the profit and the best practices from what Kennesaw State is doing and from what Kennesaw State is exposed to nationally into the state, and therefore help other institutions along who might need some help.